Pope Leo XIV on May 17th, addressing around 20,000 pilgrims and visitors in the Vatican's St. Peter's Square. Pope Leo observed that in many countries throughout the world, the solemnity of the Ascension of the Lord is celebrated today. Here is the full text Regina Caeli message of the Pope. Dear brothers and sisters, happy Sunday. In many countries throughout the world, the solemnity of the Ascension of the Lord is celebrated today. The image of Jesus, lifted up from the earth and ascending toward heaven, as the Bible states, may cause us to think about this mystery as a distant event from long ago. Yet this is not so, for we are united to Jesus as the members of one body united to the head. By ascending into heaven, then, he draws us with him toward full communion with the Father. In this regard, St. Augustine said, "The head's advance is the hope of the members." Indeed, Christ's entire life is a movement of ascent. Through his humanity, he embraces and involves the whole world, elevating and redeeming human beings from their sinful condition. He thus brings light, forgiveness, and hope where previously there was darkness, injustice, and desperation, in order that men and women may attain the definitive Easter victory, in which the Son of God, by dying, has destroyed our death, and by rising, restored our life. The Ascension, therefore, does not speak to us of a distant promise, but of a living bond, which draws us also toward heavenly glory, already elevating and expanding our horizon in this life, and directing our way of thinking, feeling, and acting more closely to the measure of God's heart. Moreover, in this path of ascent, we recognize the way. Indeed, we find it in Jesus, in the gift of his life, his example, and his teachings. We also see it marked out for us by the Blessed Virgin Mary and the saints, those whom the Church offers as universal role models. Pope Francis also liked to speak of the saints next door, with whom we live in our daily lives, fathers, mothers, grandparents, people of every age and condition, who, with joy and commitment, make the effort to live sincerely according to the gospel. With them, with their support, and thanks to their prayer, we too can learn to ascend day by day toward heaven. As St. Paul says, we must focus on whatever is true, just, and lovable, and put into practice, with God's help, all that we have heard and seen. In this way, the divine life, which we received in baptism, and which constantly draws us to the heights toward the Father, can grow in and around us, and spread the precious fruits of communion and peace in the world. May Mary, the Queen of Heaven, who illuminates and guides us in every moment, support us on our path. After the Regina Caeli prayer, the Pope said, "Dear brothers and sisters, in many countries, World Communications Day is being marked today. His theme this year I have chosen as Preserving Human Voices and Faces. In this era of artificial intelligence, I encourage everyone to commit themselves to promoting forms of communication that always respect the truth of the human person, on which every technological innovation should be focused. From today until next Sunday, Laudato Si Week is taking place, dedicated to the care of creation and inspired by Pope Francis's encyclical. In this Jubilee year of St. Francis of Assisi, we recall his message of peace with God, with our brothers and sisters, and with all creatures. Sadly, in recent years due to wars, progress in this direction has been greatly impeded. Therefore, I encourage the members of the Laudato Si movement and all who promote an integral ecology to renew their commitment. Indeed, caring for peace is caring for life. I greet all of you, dear faithful of Rome, and pilgrims from various countries. In particular, I welcome several marching bands from Germany, the Sant'Antonio di Umanti Confraternity from Ajaccio, and the group of students from the University of Montana in the United States of America. I greet the young people from Oppido Mamertina, the youth leaders from Lorenzaga in the Diocese of Concordia Pordenone, and the confirmation candidates from the Archdiocese of Genoa.
Benedicat vos omnipotens Deus, Pater et Filius et Spiritus Sanctus.
Amen.
A tutti auguro una buona domenica.